What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're headed into the Master League for the first time in what's gotta be like a year at this point. I don't play Master League a lot just because I don't have a lot of unique picks for it. A lot of the teams that I can use are basically all the same time and time again, but because they did change a few things in Master League, I wanted to give it a go and see how the meta felt. I'm going to try out a Waterfall Kyogre team now because Waterfall, if you don't remember, got access to a little bit more energy generation for the cost of a little bit less damage, and I think Kyogre always kind of lacked that energy generation in Master League, so I'm excited to see if this is going to help it out much at all. Real quick, before we get into the battles, I want to ask if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It helps up quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get to the battles and see what Kyogre can do. Alright, first game back in Master League in quite some time. I'm going to try out the newly buffed Kyogre with Waterfall. Not a great lead, though, into the opposing Dialga, not going to lie. But, I mean, we have two Pokemon in the back that can deal with this, at least somewhat, right? We end up baiting out a Zacian, alright. Which is not exactly amazing, but it's, like, not terrible, I guess. Zacian here, obviously, is going to be able to basically one-shot us with close combat. But what they're not going to be able to do, I don't know, is, like, fast move pressure. So that's good. But I don't have fast move pressure against them, so I don't know. I'm going to try to go here for... I tried to CMP, but it looks like they're just over-farming, unfortunately. Oh, man, this is a little bit of a bad matchup to be in right now, I'm not going to lie. Because they can easily no-shield that. And what this is going to do is now they have a close combat for this, and they also have a close combat for my Kyogre in the back. So I feel like there's a good chance I'm just going to get hard RPS'd here. Not only can they one-shot me with that, but they have another move ready to go. So now I haven't just lost switch advantage, I've lost half of my Kyogre, and I still have to deal with Dialga for my Kyogre. This is not looking great. Oh my goodness. I said half is like, I don't know, I was being nice. I didn't actually expect that to do over half of my HP. You know, maybe we should not be playing Master League. This is not looking amazing for us right now. Wow. Okay, good first game back to Master League. I don't think there's really much I could have done in that game. Okay, surely this game can't go quite as bad as that first one. Kyogre into... I guess this is probably good, but, like, I don't do super effective damage here. Kind of a base Pokemon to see, though. Like, who has a Volcanion? Does this thing get Solar Beam? They're staying in, which is kind of scary. I don't know if it gets Solar Beam or not. Don't mind me. I'm gonna be just opening a web browser on the side, because I was not expecting to see this Pokemon. Volcanion. Let me see what this does. Scald Overheat is the recommended moveset. Earth Power or Sludge Bomb. We survived. We're good. We're good. We no-shield this. I knew this. I knew this for a fact. Earth Power doesn't knock us out. We just farmed down now. Okay, this is looking much better than that first game. And I knew it was good for us, too. Like, I absolutely just knew how good that was for us in the lead. Avalanche, I guess, is going to hurt this Palkia quite a bit. It should hopefully make it a little bit more manageable for the backline, at least. Yeah, about half their HP. And I don't want to give a farm down over, so I'm going to switch out into this guy. We end up baiting out a Zamazenta here, which, I mean, that's not amazing necessarily for Dialga, but it's not terrible. Just because Dialga is going to be able to do a lot of damage, despite resisting all of our damage here on the Zamazenta, just because... Oh, well, I guess we get his shield. I wasn't really expecting that, actually. But I guess it makes sense. I was going to say, Roar of Time, very good moves, so... Despite the resistances, it's not great for them, right? I guess we just let this go. We can come back in here with our Kyogre, shield a close combat, hopefully try to go for a farm down if possible, and then we'll have our Zacian for the Palkia. And, I mean, we have a lot of energy here too, right? We could even Avalanche into that Palkia if we want to make it a little bit more consistent. They close combat us. In comes the Palkia. They actually go for an Aqua Tail into us, which is not a terrible play, but I think I'll always shield this up. Just keep my Kyogre around if possible. And now we can just Avalanche this, just guarantee a shield, or if they let this go, they're going to get farmed down on that Zamazenta, so we should be very fine. Big Avalanche. Do we see a shield? We do. Alright. Now we just need 2 close combats to close out the game, and that should do it. Maybe they're on Fire Blast, though. That could be a little bit scary. But I don't think most Palkia run Fire Blast. So we'll no-shield this up. Yeah, I mean, not that we really have much of a choice in the matter. My shields are completely gone already this game, but as you can see, we are able to survive the fast move pressure quite easily. They're going to be able to throw another attack here against us, but it's just another Aqua Tail. And that Zamazenta at this point is going to try to come in here and do something to us, but, like, I don't know what. Luckily, we're just 1 away from the next move. All we need is a close combat for this, a close combat for the Palkia, and this game should be over. I am 1 away from my move here, so if they are, like, 1 away from their Aqua Tail, they can win this game, but, yeah, Palkia, while it is quick, it's not that quick. And Zacian can actually close this one out. That was a crazy team. Honestly, Volcanion is kind of a cool pick. I'm not quite sure what it's targeting, but I do respect the effort from them. Alright, next opponent. Hopefully more of those Volcanion leads. I did not hate that. Ooh, that's actually a big core breaker for the team, isn't it? They resist everything I do. They have low kick now, as well as secret sword. So, yeah, Keldeo, man, dude, I feel like I should not be in this league. I feel like there's way too many people out here who have really cool picks, and I have nothing. I have nothing for this league. I have, like, the most generic Pokemon out there. That does hurt quite a bit. But, you know, maybe they want to shield a potential Origin Pulse here. Because, I mean, I don't have it myself, but if I did, Origin Pulse would hurt quite a bit. Big Surf. They do just let that go, which is fair, I suppose. But Waterfalls and Surfs are still adding up quite a bit against them, so I will shield this, and I'm going to try my best here to get my next Surf off before they're able to get another move through against us. Because if I chip this down, maybe it's better for our backline. I think I have to go for alignment, right? Secret Sword should be 35 energy, so it's 5-4-5-4 pacing. So if I didn't throw, then they would have their move. That wouldn't have been great for us necessarily. But at this point, oh, nice. They actually throw pretty quickly here. So I think the play is going to be just let my Kyogre go. I don't know if I can Metal Claw this down. Today is going to be a lot of I don't knows. So we'll see. Can I Metal Claw this down before taking too much damage? These low kicks are actually doing quite a bit of damage. So I'm not sure. How much does the Sacred Sword do? Or Secret Sword, that is, do to us? Oh, Aqua Jet? Okay. I think I switched now. This is going to be a lot more fast move pressure against them. Xerneas comes in. Interesting. I'm not sure how to feel. I mean, they can't really go for a close combat into us, right? Because if they do, then they're going to be in range of Ironhead one-shotting them. But I will shield this up just because at this point, I need to. They do Moonblast. That's a smart play. Oh, well, it's also smart that they got the debuff against us. Today just cannot go in our favor, huh? That debuff is massive for them. 10% chance to get that. Now their HP is going to be remarkably high going out of this matchup, rather than being in Metal Claw farm down range. So, this game's not looking super ideal. Okay, they let that go. What's in the back here? I think I just switched back into this. Okay. I mean, I kind of wall this thing, right? Kind of. I mean, the only problem is I'm already so low on HP that I don't know if I can necessarily win, but we'll try. Because these Sucker Punches are adding up. And they still have their Keldeo around. Okay? Okay. We called the catch. We have a Behemoth Blade ready. Is this enough to one-shot? I feel like they probably should have just gone for an Oblivion Wing immediately, if I'm being honest. I think they didn't quite know what to do there, but I think an Oblivion Wing would have been the play. They throw pretty quickly here as well. I think they're still like 4 more Sucker Punches away from the next attack, because Yveltal is a pretty slow Pokemon. They're on Focus Blast. Okay. Well, I guess I don't technically hard wall them then. But I wall them enough. Okay, dude. I don't know what is happening today. Okay, well, some interesting games so far today. Okay, there we go. I know this lead. Well, I don't actually, but I would assume this lead's good for us. We resist Metal Claw, so that's something. And our backline doesn't really want to see this. Our Dialga has seen this at least like once today, and it was not amazing. Okay, well, we see the Palkia as the safe swap. And this matchup, as much as I'd like to say is good for us, the problem is Palkia in this meta is such a diabolical Pokemon. It's able to put in a lot of work here, even though I do technically do super effective damage, and they only do neutral against us. But as you can see here, like, it's pretty good in, like, the lower shielding scenarios. I can still survive a Spatial Rend, and I should, in theory, be able to make them throw a second attack into us. And if shields go down, I'm not necessarily that scared of their Zacian, right? My own Zacian can go for the move into them. You know, that Behemoth move, whatever that's called. And Palkia is generally the hardest answer to Kyogre that most teams are going to have. I mean, there's other dragons in the meta, like, I mean, I guess Zekrom exists, technically, but I think we're fine either way. I'm going to no-shield this up. It's going to be an Aqua Tail. I mean, unless they're going... well, we saw Aqua Tail already, so no. There's no chance it's like Spatial Rend, Fire Blast. That would be incredibly crazy, though, if that were the case. I do survive this move. Am I thinking a one-shield farm down here on the next Aqua Tail might be in order? I could see that not being terrible. Then I'd have a lot of energy on this thing. Oh, I don't even need a shield. That's huge. They do have a move, I believe, on their Zacian, right? They did 7 in swap, but they do lose CMP, it looks like. Or maybe they didn't throw. Either way, this is kind of big, because that waterfall damage might put them into Behemoth Blade range. Oh, okay. You know, my Match League calculations are not quite as good as what you might expect. I have not played this meta for so long. I have some of the Pokemon, though, that can make it work. Okay, they close combat it. I should be able to farm down. Oh my goodness, yes. Well, it looks like our Kyogre is quite useless this game, but that's fine. It did what it needed to, and that was win the lead. And now we just have, like, 2 close combats for the Kyurem White. Although I guess, like, is Kyogre even that bad into Kyurem White? Because I have, I resist all of their damage aside from the fast move pressure. So maybe it's not that bad. Close combat. Oh, it just knocks him out. Yeah, you know, I should know this. We know this now. Good stuff. Beautiful. We win. Alright, we got our next battle. I think this is our 5th game of the set, so can we close it off strong? I think I might just, like, go curl up in a ball and cry, because I don't have any of these cool picks. Like, why am I fighting people with Keldeos and Volcanions and I don't know. Well, I guess it's about all the cool stuff we've seen so far today. But I guess I just need to invest in this stuff. I don't know, man. It makes me feel so inadequate. I hate it so much. Maybe they think I have Origin Pulse. Maybe they shield anyway. I mean, it's only 6 waterfalls to a potential Origin Pulse, so maybe? No, they do let that go. I mean, I can go for that play that we did last time, and I mean, honestly, it does kind of work out, but we'll see what they want to do, because we can go for the Surf again on alignment just to make sure that our opponent doesn't get their next move off first. And I guess we'll see how they play this out. I mean, Surf's not the best move in the game, but it's not terrible, so... Okay. What's annoying? But we can force some energy out here, I guess. I don't love safe swapping my Zacian because there's always a Ho-Oh that could possibly be in the back. But I also don't want to, I don't know, lose switch and shield advantage, so we'll switch out here. And we bait out this guy. That's not amazing. Fusion Flare is probably going to knock us out from this point, right? Very strong attack. Pretty spammy as well with that Dragon Breath rework. Okay, but they let that go. Interesting. I mean, you can't really go down 2 shields in Master League, right? That's just a death sentence. Big Fusion Flare. I mean, I'm going to hope the final Pokemon is also weak to Dragon Breath, and maybe I can force energy out of him here. They don't take that final Waterfall, which is not amazing. But maybe I can now farm this down with our Dialga before they get to another move. But I think there's a chance they just reach another one here. Dialga in the back. Dude, I'm getting 3-ball, like 2-shield flexed on this game. There's nothing I can do against that, unfortunately. Wow, alright. Well, Keldeo is a Pokemon, I guess, in the game. I have not played Master League for so long. Back in the day, seeing Mythicals was kind of a one-off occurrence. Nowadays, it's like if you don't have one, you're doing something wrong. But I mean, 3-2 is not a terrible start. Hopefully we don't see any more Keldeo leads in this next set. Alright, well, let's see what kind of crazy shenanigans come up in set number 2. Kyogre into Xerneas. Okay, you know, honestly, very good lead. Well, I mean, it's better than what we've been seeing. And our, Dialga avoids this. I'd prefer, obviously, though, that my Zacian sees this. I wouldn't be surprised if there were ground types in the back, though. Because if you're staying in the lead... that probably means that you're weak to Kyogre in the back. And if you're leading a Xerneas, you probably have Pokemon in the back line. Man, really quick switch by me, but I didn't really know what to bring in there. I mean, I knew Dialga's probably the better play, but it's also like, is it? Because this is what they want me to do. They're baiting this out. Fusion Flare doesn't one-shot us, at least, but it's gonna hurt. Yeah, ow. Okay. Dude, can I roar... Thank you, game. The bubble decided to start, like, completely disappearing from us. That's not ideal. Hopefully that wasn't a CMP or something. Okay. At least I have some energy to come out of this matchup. But man, that was fun. That was classic Go Battle League behavior. Xerneas is still around, but I mean, I've got the waterfall damage that might have put them into a range where an Iron Head could be enough to knock them out. And I do have a lot of energy on my Kyogre still. So we'll come back in... Well, they'll come in Xerneas. I'll go for the Iron Head. And at this point, I don't want to give them a farm down. So we probably get a shield here, right? No, we don't. I mean, I have a lot of energy on my Kyogre. I mean, Avalanche is super effective here, right? So maybe this isn't terrible. Plus, I have some Dragon Breath damage that I can get off against them. And if I'm being honest, these Metal Claws, despite being resisted, they are adding up a decent amount. So, we'll see. Um, this is going to be a stupid question, because I should know this, but does Kyogre win CMP over Zekrom? I have not remembered any of my CMPs. I think it does. I think back in the day it did, like over some guys. Maybe it doesn't, though. I'm seeing some no's in chat, so I am not correct on this, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, if they let that go, then we just win with fast move pressure. We don't need to win CMP. We just need them to, like, die. There we go. I'll have to look at the CMPs. Man, I feel so shaky in this meta. That makes me so sad. Like, back in the day, I used to be a Master League player. Or, like, I mean, not really, but I used to know, like, the 4 Pokemon that were viable. I used to know which one of those 4 won CMP against the others. Alright, we gotta shake off the rust here. Kyogre into Dialga. Bad lead. Not ideal lead. They're not going to have a second steel type in the back like last time, though. That would be so weak to Landorus, which I'm sure people are using in this meta, right? Landorus is pretty good. It was back in my day. I sound so old. The whippersnappers these days don't even know. Probably a Roar of Time. Maybe an Ironhead bait, though. They bait us because they're annoying, but I'm kind of fine with that, because that's going to mean they're going to stay in here, probably. Oh, they're sacrificing the Ho-Oh? That's good, I guess. Ho-Oh is not something that I want to see at all with my Zacian, and now I can Roar of Time this rather than, like, play any weird bait games with that Dialga. Ironhead will knock them out now. Likely we end up getting a shield, but if I can, I'd love to be able to swap back into my Kyogre. Can I? Or is the switch clock not quite up? Oh, okay, well, if they let that go, I guess I don't switch. They come back in with the Dialga. And I'm going to throw a little bit early, because, like, who's that good at their accounts in Master League? Are people truly that good? I have no idea. We're just going to chuck the Ironhead. See, I told you. No way. No way they had the counts that well down. But now I think I might reach another Ironhead, so I do force them to throw an attack here. Okay. So I force energy out of them. They do still have quite a bit of energy here. And I guess the thing that is also kind of worrying me is the fact that they ended up, not caring that much about switch advantage. Maybe Kyogre doesn't have a ton of play in the back, or maybe it does, and they're just, like, duping me. Okay, unironically, I bet Kyogre is very fine here. They could have, like, maybe Outrage? I don't remember. Maybe it's Draco Meteor on these. So maybe keep that in mind. But if they Draco, I think I'm fine. Stone Edge? Okay. Well, that doesn't knock us out. So we just surf this. And I mean, at this point, if they no-shield, that puts us in a really good spot. If they shield it up, then I guess we'll also be fine. I mean, honestly, at this point, do I just shield with my Kyogre farm down, Avalanche the other dude, and then win the game? I think so. I think that's not a bad play, because Waterfall Fast Food Pressure does quite a bit more than Metal Claws will into Reshiram, as well as the other guy. You know the other guy. Yeah, we have the Avalanche ready to go. Unless they, no-shield this, then we'll switch out. But if they do shield, we just swap out. We go for the combo play here. Maybe they'll let this go knowing it's over. Okay, nice. That was a much better game. Pretty bad lead, but luckily Dialga on the safe swap actually had a decent amount of play, so not as bad as it could have been. Next opponent. We'll see Kyogre into Kyogre. Well, this is that awkward spot where I don't have Thunder or Origin Pulse, so I'm probably the worst possible Kyogre for the mirror match. With that said, maybe they don't have it either, so that's kind of cool. 6. I mean, that's Thunder energy, I guess. Should I be on Thunder myself, or is Surf the play? I don't even know. Oh, they Origin Pulse. OP. That is what that move is. Maybe they think I have Thunder, though. Big Surf. Do we end up getting a shield? We do. So they don't understand how bad I am at Master League. They actually respected me. Thank you, trainer. They do not realize I did not Elite TM my Kyogre. Luckily, if you get the shields down, that's all you really need to win in Master League, because down shields, a lot of things can end up flipping some pretty bad matchups. They can't farm me down here. So we get a move out of them. We'll see if it's on Avalanche, right? I would assume it's Avalanche Origin Pulse. Yep. And Dialga should be able to farm this down pretty comfortably here before they get to 2 attacks. I think I lagged a turn, which is amazing. Thank you. Go Battle League. I'll shield once. I'm hoping they don't get to a second attack, but there is a chance they do, depending on what they throw here. They Origin Pulse, they're not going to get to a second one then. And I mean, coming out of a matchup with a full-on Roar of Time loaded, that's got to be at least somewhat beneficial, especially in a Primarina meta, I guess. Is this the triple water team? Is it going to be Palkia in the back? It could be. I know that was a team back in the day. That might also, like, really date me as a battler. Because back in my day, that was a team that used to see so much. Wait, 2 Ironheads knock this out? That's insane. It's not even super effective. Dragon Breath actually does real damage, and since it generates more energy than I'm used to, back in the good old days of Master League, this is crazy. Okay, we'll go for the catch here. We snuck a Metal Claw as well, because I don't want to use a shield against this thing, and there's a good chance at this point there's a Palkia in the back. So we catch a Hydro. Oh, well, it's not a Palkia, I'm gonna be honest. This is maybe better. It's an Yveltal, a Pokemon that I can just Behemoth Blade. Maybe one-shot. I mean, I know it doesn't one-shot, but hopefully farm down before they get to 2 attacks here. Big Behemoth. Yeah, I mean, that's not quite a one-shot or anything, but it does hurt quite a bit. We don't need our Zacian at this point, and we also survive any attack they throw. That was not enough energy for the Focus Blast, right? Oh yeah, Oblivion Ring does buff their defense stat. Does that let them survive? No, but I also don't get a move off here, so we'll just switch out. Go for the Iron Head, and that should do it. Okay, that was a much better game than some of the ones we've had so far. I guess bluffing the Thunder, not a bad idea in the mirror match. But having Surf and Avalanche, I can understand why that might not be the most ideal moveset on a Kyogre. Alright, we got our next battle. Kyogre into Keldeo. Okay. Well, you know, we could have Thunder. We could have Thunder. They don't know that I don't have Thunder. So, hopefully, we're going to be able to Thunder them, and they're not going to know what hit them. I cannot believe how many people have Keldeo in the Go Battle League. Like, that's kind of insane. They're also playing this in a very annoying way, where they're building up a lot of energy here, rather than throwing immediately like we have seen in the past. Which means now that they're going to be able to go for 2 attacks here, if I want to go in good timing before I get my move off. We'll shield this up, and then we'll go for another Waterfall into the Surf. I have back-to-back here, so I can throw back-to-back against them. And then we'll see what they do. Big Surf. Okay, see? Sometimes you get shields from your opponents. In the Go Battle League, it can happen. I probably should have thrown on alignment like I've done in the past. I can't really shield this up. I probably should have thrown already this game. It's fine. Zacian comes in. They're going to stay in, because, like, who in their right mind switches out of Zacian into Keldeo? I guess I build up energy here, and I'm hoping this is their Dialga answer. Could be Double Dragon in the back. If that's the case, then maybe we're still able to have some play in this game. Because I get a bit of an energy lead here on Zacian. We can knock him out. Or if they shield, that would be the better scenario. Honestly, a shield here would be very strange, in my opinion. Yeah, they do let that go. What comes in, though? Oh. The second answer to Dialga, as well as the second answer to Zamazenta, or Zacian, whatever this dude's called. Well, that's really bad. Ah. What do I do against the Keldeo, Metagross core? I don't know if I see the third Pokemon this game. I'll go for the Roar of Time, trying to get as much damage as I can, but I don't think it's going to matter at all, because that doesn't one-shot. Okay, we'll go for the CMP here, although they might have overfarmed. Either way, at least we might force them to show the third Pokemon this game. Okay, we got a CMP. So if there's something in the backline that for some reason they didn't bring into Dialga here that I one-shot with my Zacian, maybe I can win this game. But likely they're triple strong to it the way they're showing. Yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily strong to us, but it's not weak to us either. It's good enough. It survives. It doesn't get one-shot. It's not a Xerneas, right? So that's all they really needed. Yeah, that's laughable. That's nothing. Oof, okay. Well, that's a cool team, but again, I'm asking why everyone has a Keldeo. Oh, my goodness, Hang PJs. I know he's a big grinder. Oh, my goodness. And we see a good lead. Okay. Big Zacian into Kyogre action. We see Palkia swapped in. I switch out immediately, because I do not want to be in a spot there where I give this thing too much wiggle room. I could have brought in my Zacian into this, but I don't love Zacian into Palkia, honestly. With how spammy Palkia is, it does make it pretty awkward in this matchup to try to just go straight for, what's it called? Like, close combats and stuff when they can spam out Aqua Tail so quickly. Roar of Time is going to get a shield, okay. I mean, I think I'm fine with his shield advantage here. I'm pretty fine with that, because now I just let this go. I should be able to come back in with my Zacian like I did last time when I was in this situation, and hopefully go for a full Metal Claw down. Palkia, as we have talked about, is one of the worst things Kyogre can really see. Oh my goodness. They bring in the Zacian again? I mean, at this point, I think it's fine for me just to stay in for a second, go for the Behemoth Blade, and then maybe just shield once farm down? Because I get so much energy out of this by doing that. I'm kind of surprised to see the swap out here. But they want to save the Palkia. They're a little bit scared of my Kyogre, I think. That's the main reason they would do that. I could have caught this move, but that would have switch locked me. Okay, well, that's game over. We win. We win. Okay, well, this is amazing stuff. I think that's a 4-1 set, and I don't even know what I'm doing. Big 4-1. What does that get us up to? 2350. You know, maybe Master League isn't all that bad. You know, I mean, aside from me just sucking at Master League, I think the team worked out pretty well. I didn't anticipate so many Keldeos, I guess. That is a pretty big team breaker for this lineup, but it's not completely unplayable. It's just kind of weird. So if you're seeing a lot of Keldeos, maybe don't try this team, but if you aren't, I think this team is pretty strong. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.